morning, my little coffee beans, and welcome to Madeline's Life Management. Today I'm just going to be giving you guys an update. I'm 17 weeks soon, so I'm just going to kind of fill you guys in on what's going on in life. Also, this is Rooibos tea. It's African red and it's completely safe for pregnancy, and actually children can drink it as well. But it's really good. It's what I'm doing instead of coffee right now. Sometimes when I'm home, when I'm at the farm, my whole family drinks coffee, and sometimes I just like to hold it and smell it and just remember coffee. Say, I have not forgotten about you. But right now, yep, on the Rooibos train. It's great, filled with lots of antioxidants, and it's got a really great taste, and my baby bump is getting a lot more real now, which is kind of crazy, but so fun and exciting. I can't wait till it's like, I feel like I'm in that awkward stage where if I like go somewhere, I obviously have like a bump, but it's not necessarily a baby bump. It just looks like maybe I hold my weight in my middle. So I'm very excited for when I'm big enough that people are like, oh yeah, she's obviously pregnant. Because right now it's just like, her shape's a little interesting. She's got an extra curve right there. But anyway, moving on. One of my favorite developments. So my grandparents and my parents get us money for Christmas. And with that, we can kind of like decide what we want to buy. And so this year I decided to buy some planters and some indoor lighting and some plants and soil and little cute watering can. Basically everything I need for a little indoor garden. And I decided to go with strawberries. Strawberry plants are one of my favorite fruit plants. When I was really little, we went to Janice Warren's house. She was a wonderful lady in our church, and she had all of these rows of strawberry plants, and we were able to pick them, and that just really stood out to me. So then when I was in, I think, middle school, I was like, oh, I really, really want strawberry plants. And my parents were like, okay. So I had a friend whose mom was a gardener, and my mom talked to her, and she gave us some of the headers of her plants. So we were able to plant those, and they produced that year, which was really nice. I went ahead and I bought these plants off of Amazon, and they come as just the root system. So it's the root system, and then, so they're completely brown. They look dead, but it's the root system of strawberry plants. So I planted those, and it's only been a week, and I'm gonna show you guys my strawberry plants because they're just beautiful now, and they've grown so much. You have to be careful not to overwater them because they do mold easily. And so one thing that I did was I sprinkled cinnamon over the plants because cinnamon is an antifungal. You can also use apple cider vinegar, but I prefer cinnamon because it smells a little better. Yesterday, I just thought I'd put this in here because it's kind of something funny Blake said, but I hugged him, and Blake goes, you know what I've noticed? I was like, what? And he goes, every time you hug me, I feel your belly first now. I was like, the only time you can ever get away with saying that is when I'm pregnant. And then Blake and I actually found a home that we really loved in this one area that's really great, safe area. And so we were like, okay, let's get pre-approved, and then we're gonna see the house on Sunday. And the next day, so we went through that whole process, which was fun and a great learning experience. But the next day, so we're all gung-ho, we're like, this might be our house. And the next day it was sold. So it was sold within 24 hours. So what we'd prayed was, God, if this is our house, let everything be easy and go smoothly. And if it's not, nip it in the bud. So that's exactly what God did. God was like, this is not your house yet. Scariest story for last. And just so you guys know, everything's okay. I'm just gonna start it off by saying that. I need a little Rooibos. Okay, so 2 days ago, Blake and I were cleaning the kitchen or cleaning the house. We were in the kitchen at the time, and all of a sudden, like, I had like a gush of vaginal discharge, and it was clear and didn't smell. And what was the other thing? And was liquidy. And so Blake, being the great med student he is, goes, oh, what if that's amniotic fluid? And that freaked us both out. So then I sent a message to my OBGYN, but it was Sunday. So she got back to me the next day, and she goes, has it happened again? And at the time I was like, no, it hasn't. She goes, okay, good. Then, you know, nothing to worry about. So then it happened again later when I was doing laundry. And so then I messaged her again. She goes, okay, yeah, come in. I have an appointment open in 40 minutes. So I went in, and they had 3 different tests. And the first 2 tests, she goes, it doesn't look like amniotic fluid. And then the 3rd test she sent to the lab, and she goes, okay, that one also does not look like amniotic fluid. So I think you're good. It's just pregnancy. Weird things happen to our body during pregnancy. And she goes, but she goes, at this moment in time, I can say it's not amniotic fluid, but you could have a high leak. So just make sure that if it happens again, go to the emergency room, or call. If we can get you right in, we will. So that was very scary. And I'm very thankful that everything's okay and baby's okay and it hasn't happened again. And I mean, I know it's only been 1 day, but it hasn't happened again, which is awesome. So just really praying about that, especially because I'm almost 17 weeks, and if I were to go into labor right now, chances are not good for baby. So anyway, but when I went in, they took my pulse, and it was 158, which is like similar to baby's heart rate. It's just very, very high. And I was nervous. Obviously, I was very nervous, but I didn't want to show that. And the nurse was taking my pulse. She goes, oh, she goes, you're a little nervous, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And then after they told me baby was fine and it wasn't amniotic fluid, they took my pulse again, and it was 80, which is normal. So, so it's funny how your body really does mimic. I told Blake later, I was like, I think I dumped a whole bunch of cortisol onto baby today. So we know we're going to learn baby's gender at my 20-week ultrasound, which is on February 12th. And we're both really, really excited about that. And then our plan is to find out the gender, open it in front of you guys so that we have that recorded for forever. And then we're gonna go and get paint to throw on a canvas to let our friends and family know what the gender of our baby is. And Blake and I are thinking of doing a cake, and then we were thinking of doing cake pops, and then we were thinking of doing cake popsicles. So we've kind of just been experimenting in our kitchen with that stuff, and our kitchen looks like a little tornado went through it. So I was cleaning that up this morning, and it did not take 1 load of dishes. It took 2 loads of dishes to get through it, because we just used a lot of dishes making it, and you got to use dishes to make to get the right coloring of we have these little like white chocolate beads, and we got blue and pink ones, but we also got white because the blue and pink were very blue and pink, and we want like a soft blue and a soft pink. So that'll be really fun. We're really excited. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.